the stock market, meaning companies, new highs.
I'm not fucking leaving. The show goes on. Nuts. They're nuts. They know nothing.
An online network called Internet.
Well, it's very hip to be on the internet right now.
Welcome, my degenerates. The rest of your life starts right now on Market Mania, presented by Kalshi. The no bullshit approach to all markets, including election betting, cryptocurrency, and the largest casino in the world, the U.S. stock market. We are back, baby. Still shouting to Kalshi for seeing our vision here. We are going to drop in with some absolute shenanigans for you. We have a big poker scandal on our hands. The Hustler Casino co-owner is accused of sexual harassment. Uh-oh. Matt Glantz, how are your T levels today? And do the oranges get you going?
Okay, well, first, I want to make one correction there. He's not the Hustler Casino co-owner. He's the Hustler Casino Live co-owner, which is a poker brand, a live TV show or live streaming show that plays at the Hustler Casino. It's a little bit different. So he's not the casino owner. We don't want to promote that. But anyway, let me get this straight. This guy, who's been in his past, has been a real estate licensing, real estate teaching scam artist. I guess he had some kind of school where he got sued a lot of times. Now is in the poker arena where he's running a show. He owns it's a good show. It's a good streaming live cash game show. Everyone likes it. He's partners with Ryan Feldman, and he's leveraging his power by texting women who want to be on the show, asking them to send him pictures of their breasts, among other things. And apparently some of these women feel like when they're not kind of giving in to his demands are not getting seats on the show. So
Brett Ritchie, I need you to just send me a preview so I can work it out right now. I mean, what do you think? I mean, geez, these are pretty bad.
I mean, women in poker also have a lot to deal with in general, right? There's just fewer of them than men. I know everyone I know has dealt with being harassed multiple times throughout their experience in the poker world. So it's not great when it's a executive on a show, right, leveraging his power or whatever to do these sort of things. I think, the Me Too movement would not approve whatsoever of what this guy is doing. It's like the D- version of a Hollywood casting couch here. Like, this guy, kind of a bottom of the barrel grifter to some extent, it seems. And the backlash seems to be pretty strong. My guess is they're going to have to remove him from this show, but he owns half, so it's a little tricky. I don't know what's going to happen, but I think the women who came forward were brave.
I mean, he's not the type of guy to just give up control of the show, And,
then it'll probably just run into the ground because people are just going to boycott it.
That might happen. It might not, though, because it's really the only show in LA that gets this kind of, I don't know, it gets this kind of notoriety, and people like going on the show, and people will sort of give up on their morals a little bit to have a seat on the show. But
I mean,
shout out to the girl Julia, who I think she's a lawyer, who actually just said I had enough and wanted to make it public. And I think that'll probably encourage other women to come out who experience similar circumstances.
I mean, he's showing dick pics to people on set.
Yeah. Tell us, Brett. It was Kitty Koo. It was the Kitty Koo, and I saw Poker Ash, the Ash Carter, whatever.
Carter.
He was saying that he was like, yo, let's do a little little sugar daddy situation. It's a body of work that's building.
And not to mention, guys, this, from what I read on Twitter, this guy is married and he's got a beautiful family, beautiful daughters. They're like teenage or college age daughters, and they're going to see this stuff. They're going to see this on social media, on Twitter. So, I mean, it's a terrible situation. I actually feel bad for everyone involved, but he made his own bed, and literally, like, he's doing this stuff on the show, which in 2024. You just can't do it. And everyone knows you can't do it. So I just don't get what's going on in his mind.
Well, the pencil dick situation is going to be difficult for that gentleman, rightly so.
I think we'll update this in the future as things, more stuff come out.
But the biggest story today, I would say, and Matt Glantz is directly in the center of it, is the hurricane face shot Milton that's about to hit Tampa and the greater middle part of Florida, probably affect the whole state. Can't help but think of Office Space when I see the Milton hurricane coming at you. You know, I was told that it would be a Category 3. We have a betting market on Kalshi here that is about what category hurricane will hit Tampa this year. I mean, Matt Glantz, you have to be sweating this as the betting markets are giving quite a big chance of this being a 2 or 3 here when it makes landfall.
Yeah, so I'm personally, I live near Palm Beach, so we're a little bit far away. We're on the east coast of Florida, but we are going to get hit with some of the hurricane. It won't be the max damage where they're getting hit with like Naples or Tampa, Clearwater, that area. That they're going to get hit hard, and it is a Category 5 right now in the Gulf. But as it hits land, it's certainly going to dissipate, and it looks like the most likely scenario is going to be Category 2 by the betting markets. But people are worried. It's like one of the biggest ones we've ever had. I think it's the 10th, or it's in the top 10 largest hurricanes we've ever seen in the Western Hemisphere. So this is scary.
So Brett Ritchie, I mean, betting markets like Kalshi, I think the prediction markets are super, super important when there's all sorts of something like this going on. Everybody's screaming, oh my God, it's going to be a massive Category 5. Or like, oh, it could be a Category 6. That doesn't exist. There's a mathematical limit to hurricanes. You can give a little research on that. They can't get much more than 200 miles per hour, just due to the full energy that it sucks up from the ocean. But Brett, prediction markets as importance to dispel misinformation on the internet. Thoughts?
I think that's a possible use case, right? It's an exciting use case. If this market gets more traction, I mean, typically in general in markets, as we all know from our backgrounds in poker and gambling, right? The more money that is at risk, I feel the more accurate they are. Like the NFL Super Bowl market compared to like a women's college basketball game, the NFL line is just going to be much more efficient. So I think it's the same thing here. So which type of categories, other than politics, which is currently obviously like the star of the show for prediction markets, which are some of these other categories that are going to catch some heat? You know, I remember one of the initial uses was like farmers could hedge against bad weather for their crops or something in prediction markets. Like there's some cool things that could happen. I mean, this is in the very early stages of this industry. So we will see. I like looking at this, and it seems like now it's unlikely that a Category 3 or worse hits Tampa, which is a good thing. And hopefully that continues.
So guys, as a trader for the last 30 years, my personal policy has always been wisdom of the crowd plus money. When you combine those two, there's just no better indicator for any outcome that's undetermined going forward.
Love the fact that prediction market Kalshi is sponsoring the show, because it's really, really, really great. I think that they're very important. I think that it'll be fun to track their importance over time. Speaking of important things, and an absolute, I would say a travesty hit the HBO airwaves yesterday, where the HBO show said that they are going to unmask Satoshi Nakamoto finally. And then somehow, some way, they came up with Peter Todd, which just, I can't imagine that they did much research. And I mean, there's so many things for clickbait these days. And like, I mean, again, there was, I don't know. I mean, this one is, if you look on crypto Twitter, I'm 2011 Bitcoin guy. If you looked on it, this is being trashed, and this documentary is being dragged so hard. Brett, did you watch this? Are you going to watch this? I didn't watch it. I looked at the BitMEX updates on it, and just like, they're like Peter Todd. I'm like, what?
I was planning to watch it last night for this show, and then it got leaked. It was Peter Todd, and I was like it's not him. So I skipped it also. He actually went to college, or I went to college in the same town he lives in, so in Amherst, Mass. So if I'd known that the creator of Bitcoin was there, you know, maybe I would have tried to make friends with him, although that was like 10 years before Bitcoin even was created. It's just really unlikely to be him. One of the key evidence pieces they had is that Satoshi and Peter Todd's favorite pizza topping is pineapple and jalapeno, which is ridiculous. I mean, that's a rare combo, but we're in the market for a little more proof than that.
Massive face palm. No way this hit your feed, Glance. I know you don't give a single fuck about this one.
It just seems like they're doing it for clickbait, HBO. But you know what? Wouldn't it be just easier to lead off with a Nick Vertucci story if you're going for clickbait than go through all this with the unmasking of Bitcoin creator? I mean, think about it. But anyway, Peter Todd's his name. I never trust anyone with two first names. No offense.
I mean, Richie's kind of counts here.
This is going to go down as one of the worst Satoshi unmaskings. I don't know. Maybe CSW will still take the tamale there, but put this one in the bin. We'll never talk about this ever again. It was an absolute fail. But what we are going to talk about is the Kalshi presidential betting markets in the swing states. This is what's going to determine who is the next leader of the free world over the next 4 years. Matt Glantz, what do you make of the swing state betting? This is the swing state spotlight.
I mean, it all comes down to Pennsylvania. Everyone knows it comes down to Pennsylvania, and that's why both candidates are focusing their efforts in Pennsylvania. I mean, Trump just did another rally where he got shot there in Butler, PA. Kamala's all over Pennsylvania. The vice presidents both are all over traveling Pennsylvania. So whoever wins Pennsylvania is going to win the election. So it's really whatever the Pennsylvania market is will be the main election market, betting market.
And Brett Ritchie, you see that Pennsylvania betting market. I know that is your home state. Dead even right now. Do you believe it?
Yeah, I mean, I've been in Nevada now, but PA, I still got a lot of friends there. Pay attention to what's going on there. Matt's home state as well, from the other side, but he's down in Florida now too. And I think it's a very contentious state. They're dumping a ton of money in both sides. I think that is by far the most key state. I'm here in Nevada, which is also a swing state. We don't really have a lot of electoral college votes, so it doesn't matter a ton. But I personally, boots on the ground, kind of like Trump here, but I might vote Jill Stein just to put up a double middle finger, not just a single middle finger, a double middle finger. Put a vote on Jill Stein. We'll see. I'm not voting for Kamala. I'll tell you that.
Did not think we would get a Jill Stein hot take today, but we do appreciate that, Brett Ritchie. Personally, I think it all might be wrong. I think there might be like a silent Trump vote like in 2016, but I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be a hell of a election night special. If you are going to bet, or if you just like to watch the action on election night, November 5th, make sure to have it locked on Market Mania. We're going to have poker celebrities. We're going to have a bunch of people on all night. It's going to be a multi-hour absolute. It's going to get sloppy by the end. I'm probably going to get a bottle of poison to drink during that night. And we're going to be clicking in live bets on our own money. And it's going to be an absolute bananas special. You really need to join us for that. Tony, the producer, I believe that leads us very, very casually into the Market Mania pick of the day. Matt Glantz, our equity trader, big shout to Elon the dog. He is a good boy. If you want to sponsor the show, you can also have your pet right next to the Kalshi ad there. That is what we do. Matt Glantz, your pick of the day.
Okay, so Tesla is having their what do you call it? They're going to have the event for the robotaxi tomorrow after the close. The big event. The stock's run up a lot in the last couple months. It's $245 now. I like buying it here at $245, but to sell it tomorrow by the close. So maybe look for like the $250 exit. But I believe that the stock will have a nice run up tomorrow, leading up to the robotaxi event.
Fun stuff. I have always dreamed of making my Tesla drive Uber for me, and then like being back at my house in the morning. Obviously, I don't live in the United States where that's not possible, but man, got to be a lot of people thinking about that. Brett Ritchie, what is your pick of the day?
I'm going with Trump to win Nevada over on Kalshi. He is 45 cents. I think he should be a favorite. I'm a little biased, but anecdotally, just walking around town, it's not a lot of Kamala support out there. It depends how many people show up and vote, but I like Trump to win Nevada here. I think that getting plus money on him is pretty advantageous.
thank you very much for that one. Guess the Jill Stein isn't really going to.
Well, I think I'm so confident I still might put a vote on Jill because my vote's irrelevant. He's going to win anyway.
Love it. Love the action. I am going to drop the crypto knowledge on you guys today for my pick of the day. I'm going with Sui, a layer one that I will raise my hand right now and say I know absolutely nothing about, with the exception of people like High Stakes Capital on Twitter. I've seen, I think there was a couple other heavy hitters that are just like all over Sui, and the price action over the last couple of months. And like when I see like 10 smart people tweet about something, all tweet about the same thing, that I'm like, wow, that is something. So I'm putting that on your radar. I'm making it my pick of the day. This show does not offer investment advice. I think everybody knows that. But if you haven't looked at that one, take a look at Sui. And if you know what the hell it does, please tell me, because I will, again, no knowledge at all, never used it, never played with it. That, ladies and gentlemen, is going to do it for tonight's show. Elon the dog there, Kalshi are both of our sponsors. Definitely appreciate both of them for bringing us back for another election season. The election special will be bananas. Please click all the buttons, like and subscribe and retweet. Tell your friends we need to pump these numbers because we want to keep doing this for you. Hit us, Market Mania Show, on Twitter, X, whatever they call it now. With your questions, you can be a part of the Market Mania mailbag. And we will see you tomorrow, if there is a tomorrow. But for now, it's lights out.
Come on, I never sleep if I don't have my medicine. Come on, I never sleep if I don't have my medicine. Come on, I never sleep if I don't have. I never sleep. Come on, I never sleep if I don't have my medicine.
Time to right the wrong. So your hands in the air if you like the song. If you're going over there, take it twice as long. Last time ain't talking about Tylenol. Oh, I bet you'd like to know. You can come around the way if you're trying to go. If you want to switch lanes for a pot of gold or a domino, out of control. The usual. Get mad cause I'm looking at your girl.
Switch it up.
I do it so much louder than everything you've heard. Everybody heard at the word that the world wasn't turning. Act like you're in a jury of how we're turning, where I we're turning. Can't lie like it's Mississippi burning. Don't act like you're in a daze. I imagine to look the other way. Couldn't clear space on my mind, was afraid of the time. Strobe light flickering in the moonlight. I'm in the mood right now, how about